Hi there, welcome back to another video from Lottie Jasmine Designs. Today we're going to use the HydroFlow product to make some lovely little pots. So here we go. What we've got here is some terrazzo pieces. So there's this leftover product from previous pours, like we have shown you there in these pots that we made. Beautiful pots. And I've just broken it all up and mix it into a pot. We're going to use I think we're actually going to do the square one today, slightly bigger. We've also got these lovely little pot molds for leftover product. So here you can see the liquid part of the HydroFlow medium and the powder. So it's 2.5 times the powder to the volume of liquid. I'm just showing you there. I'm going to use, that's a silicone spatula, and I've also got a whisk. So here we go. We're just going to add that in and I'm going to frantically whisk. This has been sped up. I don't usually whisk this fast. Another thing you can do that's been recommended to me is that you can sieve the powder first before you add it, and then add it in a bit at a time, bit at a time, bit at a time. Bit like you would if you're making a cake, I suppose. So the consistency at the end should be that of double cream, and it's a slightly off-white colour, which, to be honest with you, isn't the colour I want. So at this point, I'm thinking about adding some white acrylic paint. And there we go. Let's add in the terrazzo pieces and just stirring it in, making sure that they're all completely coated. And because I decided that there wasn't quite enough, I've added in some more from the previous blue and green pot pouring that we did. There we go. Here we go, adding the titanium white, that is. This brand I think is the De La Rowney, but any brand of acrylic paint will be absolutely fine. Just add it in, give it a blooming good whisk. There we go, whisking it all up, making sure it's all nicely combined, coated. And now, to be honest, it resembles lumpy clotted cream or cottage cheese consistency. If you have that in your country where you're watching this. I did add just a smidge more of the white acrylic paint and just stirring it up. Yeah, still not happy with the amount of terrazzo pieces that are in there, so I added in some more, stirred, and stirred some more. And now we're going to pour it into this square mould. So you're going to have to forgive me here. I always seem to get very messy when using this kind of product, this kind of medium. Honestly, it's like I've got no control over the pouring, and believe it or not, this bowl does actually have a special little fluted bit, I think you call it, at the edge. So it's supposed to make it easier to pour things out of it, but not for me. Anyway, so here we go. We're doing our tapping and our jiggling and our squishing of the mould, trying to make sure that it releases up any little air bubbles that might be trapped. And yeah, I'm just making sure that I'm also getting very concerned at this point because this product, you don't have a long work time with it. As you can see here, it's thickening, it's going off in the bowl, and all I'm thinking about here is I need to get it in the molds. So here we are. I'm just putting it in as best as I can, just tapping it, dropping it, picking up, dropping it, picking up, dropping it, to get it to sink down the sides of the mold, and also to release any of the air bubbles, get them to come up to the top. And we're just adding some more in, and I can't believe it, I've still got more. So I go on to do the next one. As you can see, not the neatest. Quite messy. But here we go. We had enough to make the one large square pot and 5 and a tiny bit of the little round pots that we've made previously. So this now needs at least 40 minutes to cure. They will feel very hot to the touch, and then they will cool down quite a bit. Make sure that you do not attempt to demold it until it's fully cured. If you will have seen the last video with the blue and green pots, you will see I had a bit of a fail and we lost one of the pots. I tried to demold it, didn't realise that I hadn't left it the full 40 minutes, and yeah, it didn't quite work. So here we're just tapping the moulds there, did a lot more jigging and squishing the moulds off camera, just to try and ensure that all of the air bubbles have come up to the surface. These are the two that I did in the other mould from the blue mould that I've demolded, As you can see, unfortunately, not very successful there in getting all the air bubbles to come up. But they still look okay. The terrazzo bits are quite pale at the moment in there. We will be using wet and dry sanding paper just to take that back all over the surfaces, the sides, the inside and the bottom of the mould, just to tidy them up, and also to let it show through the beautiful terrazzo pieces that are in there. Then once we're happy completely with the finished product, we will then coat it with 3 coats of the water sealant for this. So here, as you can see here, unfortunately we have quite a few imperfections on this pot, but I'm sure it's going to be salvageable. And if not, well, I'll do it again. We've got plenty of terrazzo pieces for me to keep trying, keep practicing. Anyway, here's the other 3 little pots. I did the 2 from the blue mould off camera. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. Of course, we will be sanding all of these smooth on the basis of these pots, and we will be sanding the outsides as well, and then coating them with 3 layers of the waterproof sealant that the manufacturer has suggested. Fortunately with this one, not salvageable. Way too many places where it's not quite worked, but never mind. Practice makes perfect, as they say. And then this last one looking pretty good. So the next thing will be a sanding job for me, which I'll do off camera. If you want to see these as the finished article, don't forget to check out our Etsy shop, which will be opening in the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks. Please like, share and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. Here is the finished article, minus the sanding. So take care everyone, and we'll see you again soon for another video. Thank you.